Let's go. Let's go. Brittany says here again. Let's go. Brittany. Brittany. And Pepper wants to come too. There's Brittany. Brittany. Look. Look, Brittany. Look at look at look at look at look at look at it. Okay, Brittany's face. I wonder if I'm on. Now I'm on. Wasn't sure. You can't breathe in these things, and you have to do away with them after a while. We're gonna go back to the crazies. And you hang around with too many crazy people, you're gonna get crazy too. And you do crazy stuff. Now, crazy people can be very, very fun, better than the civilized person who just hold your fork, put your fork in the proper setting. But we have to be sensible, you know. We don't want to be caught with our pants down, so to speak. Because with this epidemic, we were like, what's going on? You told everyone, I'm sure the businessmen, let's wait a while. Let's wait a while. Yeah. First 10,000 guys over there that dies, we can just wait until it gets bad. That's bad when one dies. But so we have to always be cautious when it talks about any sort of dangerous things that can kill us. And they talk about, when there's bad weather, there's hailstorms, there's lightning. They tell people all the time, but, don't stand under the tree because lightning may strike. It's going to strike the tree because the tree limbs is always waving and waving all over the place, and the tree's not going to be able to calm down. My mom was like, she was very cautious. Said, stay still, it's lightning. Even inside the house, she thought maybe the lightning is looking for someone to move. Oh, I see somebody's moving right there. I'm going to get them. And, we were brought up that way, not to do those things. I remember a while back when our son was playing some kind of sport, maybe soccer, with his school teacher, with his teacher, and his teacher's like around their age. And he was a cool dude. I liked him. And some other kids his age, right? Not a teacher's age per se, but my son's age. And my son really liked this teacher. Uh, they were standing under a tree and it was lightning was striking. I was like, "Are you serious?" I mean, I thank the Lord, even during all that, the thunderstorm, because it started raining, and I know they're not under that tree, and that's very where that's very much where they were. They were right under the tree, of all places. Well, it was a field, it was a park, but I wouldn't think a tree. Come on, and it did have a pavilion across the street. Because the park had two, roads in, and several roads in there where you can drive. And if they just went across the street, there's a pavilion there. But anyway, yeah, we don't want to be out there when it's, when it's thunder and lightning and all that stuff. And we have, like I said before, with when I had my Goliath there will be things thundering in our lives. This is not heaven. That's why we have those. This is just to remind us, you're not in heaven. No matter if you have it so good, you may have it great. You may have it great, and you're on vacation. You just started, and it's just awesome. You just feel it, and the day just got started, and the wind is blowing, and you got your drinks, your food, and little snack. And it was like marvelous, marvelous. And you're just like, oh, can't get any better than this. But I know we can't keep it. We may have that experience, but we can't keep it. There are always kinds of calamities in this world. All kinds of calamities in this world. But it's just as much as people we have in the world. But people are not the problem. Okay, God made us in his image. He didn't say do away with everybody because I just can't stand them because they always he didn't mix the sin with the person. Okay, when he made us, of course, our father Adam and our mother Eve, they were the first. So you might get mad at your parents and say, "What? I don't like you. It's because of you." It's not because no. We all have a choice, and we were blessed to have a free will. And with this free will, shut it down. This free will was with this free will that we have. We have a choice to do good or to do bad. That's your free will. With people call it a riot, some people call it a march. People there have a choice. Are you going to have a peaceful march, or going to be and having these Antivas, and then we have Black Lives Matter. We have all these groups here, and these groups mean no good. Now, when they just because they say put black in front of it. Now, I'm not going to say this for all black people and Black Lives Matter, but when you go to a point when you insert yourself in here, when you insert yourself into what's going on, like this march is supposed to be a peaceful march, when you insert yourself in here, it's got to be either for good intentions or bad intentions. And when these people, all I've heard, whenever there was a protest and it concerned a black person, Black Lives Matter did not handle it in a peaceful way. Okay, and when you do that, you handle it in a terrorist way, and you don't want to be known as that. Black people already have something on a chip on their shoulders already. They already have negatives on there. You don't need to make it more negative. It's just like putting gasoline on the fire. You want to put water on the fire. And if it's going to be a peaceful march for this guy, and then let it be a peaceful march. Let it be a prayerful march. Let it be God. You're calling out for God, and to help you and to solve this. It's not going to bring those people back that got wrong. When you send these guys, police officers, when what they did, putting that was wrong. That was just excessive. And I'll go along to agree that there is some police brutalities, there, just carrying their honor in a negative way. You have a choice to do good or bad. And if we choose bad, it can be worse. If we choose good, we may not get any support for good, but we know that we got to do it toward Him. We don't do it toward ourselves. We don't do it in the recognition of people. We do it to His glory. God, I want to honor you. I want to do the right thing. I want to do what's right. I could do what's wrong. It's easy to do wrong. It's easy. It's easy to go crazy and start busting out people's windows and damaging their businesses and killing people and all that stuff. It's easy. That stuff is easy. But it's hard to do right. Like that narrow road that God asks us to walk. It's a narrow road. The evil has a wide road. Has all kinds of stuff on it. Not good for us. But that stuff carries us down. That stuff doesn't bring us where we need to be. And if it's a peaceful march, let it just be a peaceful march. And all these groups that come in there, and Tiva and Black Lives Matter, they need to understand, hey, this is going to be a peaceful march. And if you're looking to create violence, you're not with us. Now, there was the guy's brother did speak about that. He's, upon that, he says, let this be a peaceful march. His family wanted a peaceful march. Martin Luther King wanted a peaceful march. He didn't say, bring out violence. Bring out violence. You demand this. You demand this. And every time you demand, you're not going to get it. It's always going to be another demonstration of that. And the thing that gets me as a person, I'm a person. Just because of the color of my skin doesn't mean that, oh, you black. That doesn't mean that I'm come from another planet. I come from the black planet. I came to Earth to live, and I moved away from the black planet. I don't know why. I just want to I'm landed on Earth to change Earth for my sake. Because I was on the black planet. I was on a different planet. There was a Chinese planet. They came here to change it, to make it for their sake. Then there was a Spanish planet. They came here to make it for their sake. No. We are all human beings. You're human. You live in a society. We communicate. We don't act like animals. Animals fight. Animals do that. That's what animals do. But human beings do that. We're educated. We're educated. We're not dummies. Now, we talk about there's people with special needs. I just want to stress that out. There's people with special needs. I don't see special needs people acting that way. Do you? We have special needs. They're not acting that way. They're not busting out. I can't believe this. No. That's what animals will do, Try to put an animal in here. A wild animal in here. What are you going to do? You're going to act crazy. You're going to be trying to bust through the wall, bust through the windows, bust everywhere. Just get out. That's why we don't bring them inside our house, in our home. That's what we don't do, because they're wild animals. And we're not of an animal race. We're of a human race, not the color race. Let's put this color. They have all the beautiful flowers. People like to use different color flowers in their yard. They don't just use one color of flower. They use yellows, reds, purples. It's all kind of colored flowers, and they make it so people say, oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful scene. And we've seen this before. We should have seen this, but we don't see it personally. We can see it in a book. We can turn on the computer. You can see it on the television. You can see it. All those flowers fighting. No, those flowers are not fighting. Tulips calling the rose, you dumb. Look how you look. No, they're not fighting. Of course, they're flowers. They're all named flowers. What's this? What's their what do you call them originally? Flowers. You don't call them. Oh, that's a tulip. Oh, I mean, you don't have all tulips here. You just have you have all kinds of flowers here. You don't just have tulips. Let's have dragon, what is that called? I'm going to name another flower. Wildflowers. I like the wildflowers. But you don't call, you call them in their specific what they are, but they go in a classification. And the classification is flowers. And we are a human race, so we call our classification is human. They don't have black here. white here, yellow there, red there, brown there. You don't do that. Only what keeps you down is the devil. We live in a fallen world, a world that's already doomed. Already doomed. It's already doomed. Our world is already doomed. I put my hair up. It's already doomed. When Adam and Eve were the first man and woman, it was already said this is doom. You already have to plow. Now you have to plow. If you want your food, you're going to have to plow for it. You're going to have to work hard for this food. When you put the plow on the ground, you're not going to just say, put it in there. It's going to happen. It's going to bloom. No, you're going to have to care for it. You're going to have to build tools. Make sure that the seeds that you planted are not picked, because birds come in. You have birds. Birds are not your friends anymore. You now have to tend to your ground. That animal that you were once friends with, Tony the tiger, you better avoid that thing. Okay, that thing's out for blood. And those chickens, you always see the little cute little chicks, and they're so adorable until they turn teenagers. Oh my goodness. They just like somebody just beat them with an ugly stick. And then they start to clear up, and then they don't look as cute as they was before. All they are is good food, okay? But again, we have a choice. And those people have a choice. Everybody has a choice. Evil doesn't just come running in with color. Okay? God doesn't combine us with color. He doesn't say black people are always bad, so you're black, you're bad. You're white, you're good. You're brown, you're like in between. You have to sift through those. You're yellow, you're always smart. He doesn't do that. He never said that. He never done that. Only we as people have done that. Not to say that, again, we listen to the devil. We listen to the devil. Devil's out there whispering in your ear and saying, well, and you listen. When you have an unholy thought that comes to your mind, guess where it came from? You don't have to act on that unholy thought. You don't have to act on it. Now, we personally, because of the blood, and it's tainted in sin, it's covered with this oozy, sticky sin, we come up with stuff, We can come up with stuff too. We can. Can't always blame the devil. Can't go to jail and say, the devil made me do it. Because we still have that icky, sinful thing, and we didn't make the choice for good. We made the choice for bad. So we got to blame ourselves. Who came up with this plan? The devil? No, it's not always the devil that comes up with the plan. It's us. Us. Now, the devil's glad you came up with that plan. He can't read your mind, but he's glad that you came up with that plan. He's glad that you're acting on that plan. He's glad. He's happy. He's, yay. And he hates your guts. And of these people, I love the devil. The devil don't love you. He never love you. Even if you're trying to serve him, he never will love you. You can have a master's degree, bachelor's degree, all kinds of degrees. But it dies with you. It dies with you. You're not going to be able to move that on into anything that you go for. You got to take care of you while you're here. While you're here, live holy unto the Lord while you are here. If you want to do a march for this man who's gone, he's gone. You can support the family and do the march with them and stuff like that, but you can do it in a nice way. And then these groups come along and they looking to smash windows, smash businesses, hit people, throw bottle glass at cops and all that stuff. And they're looking at you, tell them to get out. Get out. This ain't what we're all about. Get out. You're giving us a bad name. As black, you're giving black people a bad name. They don't care. This racism will always be there if you have people, the people that you invite in. You gotta, just because they're the same color, don't mean they have good intentions. Just because they're the same color, all black is right. No. I'm sorry. Sin affects us all. I can have sin. They can have sin. Everybody. And if we act on that sin, if we have the son, I was telling my son, you can have a sinful thought. It rises from the thought. Your thought is to do something wrong. Now, nobody can go inside your mind and say, I see that thought that you were thinking. Don't think that. Let's talk. Let's have a talk. They can't. Because nobody has done that. No one. Only God can. But if you act on that thought, that's when it becomes criminal. If your thought, when this protest comes along, you want to march with these people, march with these people. And your deal is to say, well, I'm going to show these people all kinds of stuff. I want to kill me somebody and justification. Please. Throw them people out of the group. You can't have that person. They can have these house parties. Oh my goodness, 2 years ago. Now maybe responds here, and people still have house parties. When you have house parties, you invite all your friends and stuff like that. And I'm sorry, all them people they can't all be your friends, okay? I'm gonna just let you know it right now. Not everybody at that party is your friend. Not everybody. But people will make it seem like everybody I invited is my friend. They're my friend. No, they're not your friend. 9 chains out of 10, no. Not gonna be, all friends. There's gonna be one snake in there. Okay? And when there's one snake in there, there's gonna be snakes outside. And know that snake. And when they know that snake, they're gonna be after that snake. And be after you. You're gonna be caught in crossfire. But they had situations like that where somebody got shot, even on college campuses. They finished with all their testing and all that stuff. Let's party, and there's always somebody there. You got a grudge just to settle. You're gonna settle it here in this arena with all these people. And the gun don't care who it shoots. It doesn't. When the gangs come and they see another person, gang rival or something like that, they're gonna start bullets gonna be flying. Bullets are gonna say, oh, look, that 2-year-old child is right there. Let me just avoid the 2-year-old child. It's not. And people want to blame the guns. Blame on the guns. But that's another story. The gun didn't do it. The gun did not shoot itself. It didn't lay there. If you don't touch that gun, it's not going to fire. It's not. Unless you have a device on there, like computer device, and I'm gonna shoot the gun. But other than that, the gun is not gonna fire. It's people that do it. And these people with bad intentions. Bad intentions. If they don't use a gun, they're going to use a knife. They're going to use a knife. They're going to use their fists. Or if they're really diabolical, they're going to use poison. But they're going to, if they want to get after the person, they're going to get after the person. You can blame whatever object you want to and say this is bad, this is bad. So ultimately, the thought is not, the thought can be bad in there, but it doesn't have to come out. If we commit the thought to action, that's when it's a problem. And we can't blame people for what's in here. We're angry. All of us are angry for something. We're not all angry for the same thing. And probably those people that's marching out there not all angry for the same thing. Okay? The groups that go out there, they're just crazy. Okay? But they're not all angry. They're angry for something too in their lives. And my mom didn't love me enough. My dad didn't take me to the ball game. Whatever the problem is, they're angry about. We all have anger issues. So even psychiatrists have anger issues. They need to see another psychiatrist. But ultimately, we're not going to the one that can help us. That's the Lord. We need to go to him. He's always, he acts too slow. He ain't acting fast enough. I need him to demolish this person. You want God to do what you want him to do. You're not looking for his glory. And we don't get what you want. He's not doing what you want. So therefore, he's not being effective. God is in control. Not us. Not us. That's why we live in this fallen world. You see, Adam and Eve had a choice. And their choice was to choose to be what? Like gods. I want to be like God. Himself. I want to be like him. Be like Mike. Everybody can be like Mike. You can't be like God. Now you can, he says, be holy for I am holy. Yes, you can be holy, but know your place. Know your place. Just because you're holy, don't give yourself a rise and keep giving yourself a rise and have your little, duet friends. You know, you have those backup singers. Say, yes, he's this. Yes, yes, yes. Don't make you holier than God. Doesn't. It doesn't. So we all have to realize that, cops are human beings too. They have families. They go through stresses just like everybody else. They have chips on their shoulder. They have this job and they're tired of all these people committing crimes. All this stuff. We tired of people committing crimes too. We tired of that. All of us are. We should be. But the only people are not tired of committing crimes is people committing crimes. They're not tired of committing crimes. Whatever they're like temperature, the babies with temper tantrums. Yes. I had a few of those, had temper tantrums. Some, they handle out their problems and you just give them a hug and they're okay. But other than that, they were like, oh, I want my way, I want my way. Do they get their way? Not always, no. They don't get their way. You should never get their way if you have a temper tantrum. Well, I'm in a daycare center, and I don't like it when kids have temper tantrums. I hate it. I despise them getting their way because of these temper tantrums. Because that's how I raised my children. I didn't raise my children to even do that to anybody. If they did that to somebody, I want to hear about it. No, honestly, tell me. Do they do that to you? I need to know. Because that's not the right way. I don't acknowledge it. I don't want you to acknowledge it. Because all you're going to do is have a spoiled child. Spoiled child. Well, I'm dealing with a spoiled child. And they always be spoiled. That's wrong. You just say, hey, look, I'm going to tell you, parent, this is what you do. A parent might say, I don't want to take you over here anymore because these parents are these daycare workers are telling me about you. Well, I definitely don't want a temper tantrum, or could turn into something worse, because it's not going to turn anything better. But the authority is on the parents. And the parents don't know anything, then they need to know. Um, that's the only thing I have criticized with with what I've seen, even in church. We got those, and they may not come back to church. Good night. That child is committing a temper tantrum. I don't care if they don't come back. The parent is sorry if the parent don't take the child. I think it's a situation of the parent. I can't discipline that child. I'm not going to feed the child. Yeah, I'm going to give you lots of candy. Now will you stop? And later on, you see in life, where you going to see that child? They don't see a child in a good place. We need, in this society, we want a lot of stuff. Everybody wants a lot of stuff. But one I wanted to stress out is that, when we think about it, I remember I told you, like, the policeman, I remember I saw this obstacle course, right? There's an obstacle course that had a few bars over here and stuff like that, and had the tires, and, these are tires, and mainly how football players, and I saw all that, and I said, oh, let's see, what have we got here, And I can't stop drawing tires. Help me to stop drawing these tires. I want to stop drawing these tires. I'm going to draw another tire right here. Another one right here. So anyway, they had all these obstacles. And what they had to do is they had to go up this. And had a, the string right here. And they start right there. And they had to go up this steep. And I mean, it was steep. And they had another one where it wasn't as like that, but they had to, it's like a mountain, and you had to run up to the top, and then you had to go down. I guess fast as you can, as fast as you can. And I said, wow, that's a lot of stuff they have to pass, and they had to pass that. Now, what I'm showing you is a sample. We all have obstacles in our lives. And these police officers had to have obstacles. Now, some of these police officers who we see today, of course, like they've been eating too many donuts, and we like to make a trick of that, because the donut places, they were nice police officers. They give them free coffee, free donut, and they stop by, I'm sure if they stop by the hot dog stand and this guy saw him, hey, have a hot dog on me. He'd keep tossing free food to him, and congratulating him for their service. When you see a police officer, this is what happens. When you see a police officer, don't you start driving correctly when you see a police officer on the road? You start driving correctly. Maybe you were like speed. Once you see a police officer, you're like, you stop that speeding. So their presence and authority, we that's what we want to see, because you get killed by these crazy drivers. Okay, you can get killed by them. And this is what they do. They uphold the law. The law. If you're supposed to drive 60 miles, or maybe some have 75, you're allowed to drive 75, and some say 80. You don't go above that to go 90 and then 100. No, you don't go above that. You uphold to the law. Uphold. We don't like to uphold to law. We have our own agenda. So we need to get to appointment real fast. So we need to get to appointment real fast. What we're going to drive real fast to get that appointment. It's not because we didn't leave, 20 minutes or 10 minutes before. We left at the time, maybe like 5 minutes before the appointment. And that appointment's like an hour away. Why? Who are you affecting when you're driving fast? You're affecting those people that you're driving next to. That's what you're affecting. You're going to make mistakes. They're not going to be driving to get out of your way. They don't know you have an appointment. It's not their fault. It's your fault. You should have left at a reasonable time. Give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to leave, because you don't know what's going to happen on the road. It can maybe an accident, might whatever. Just leave at a sensible time. Don't leave 5 minutes before the appointment, unless the appointment is right across the street. Don't leave that late. How many times do people have to tell people that? My goodness, when you're late, you go for school and then there's a bus. Everybody knows they have to go to school. Kids have to go to school. Kids should be out there for the bus go. The bus gonna come. Mom shouldn't have to tell the kid 500 times, look, the bus gonna come, the bus gonna come, the bus gonna come. You know the bus is coming. And if you condone that, and let's say take away their phones, maybe they'll get the message. But to explain something, we all have stresses. So does the cops. Those way up there. We talk about the president so bad. Talk about anything he does. Like he sneezed. Oh my goodness, you saw that? He sneezed. And don't let him not have a mask on when he sneezes. Oh my goodness, that's just ridicule nation. Impeachment. That's what gets to me. It's like for everything. I mean, no one has ever cut up so much for a president. No one. And we had some pretty bad presidents. Come on. We had presidents that did nothing. Okay? Had presidents made outlandish statements. We had those. Say you're going to do this and never did it. But when we have a president that's doing what he says he's going to do, all you have to do is to whisper in somebody's ear. Because you don't like the president. You're black and you don't like the president. You're Spanish, you don't like the president. Chinese, you don't like the president. White, you don't like the president. You have all kinds of people coming out with all kinds of opinions. We can't please everybody. God is not here to please you. The president has to service everyone. Has to service everyone. I remember when they made this, and this is when Obama was in office. These animal rights people, they came out with this, you got to save these. It was, I don't know, they were guppies or something like that. Some crazy animal, right? And the guys were not allowed to plant. The farmers of all you, and the farmers are the backbones of this country. The farmers are the backbone. They gotta survive. They gotta. If they don't do what they do, like they bring in the produce, the dairy, they do this all day long to benefit everyone, and we want to pick on them.